guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to become part of the family. My name is Delight for those who don't know me, and I do lifestyle content on this channel. I also have another section on my channel which is called Claim Your Place Nuggets. This is named after the blog that I used to have, which is called Claim Your Place. So on this section of Claim Your Place Nuggets, I just give you a brief of my life experience in relation to different things, in relation to finances, in relation to dating, love, and the books that I've read. So it's just a platform for me to share with you the books that I've read, what I've learned from those books, what I've learned from my life experience working in a mining environment, being unemployed, and all sorts of things. So I'm just going to give you a brief understanding of the things that I've been experiencing, the books that I've read. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, there is this book that I read. Okay, so I am someone who loves reading books. I love reading books a lot, but I struggle with soft copy. Soft copies, like I prefer reading the physical book because it's much faster, it's much easier, and there are less distractions on the hard copies or the hardcover books. So yeah, this book that I read, it's called Who Moved My Cheese. I think it's the smallest book I've ever read, which has so much information. The information in that book is like unbelievable. It has, I think, about 96 pages. The book was written by Spencer Johnson. This is how the book looks like. It was written by Spencer Johnson. So it's a really nice book, and it talks about change, adaptation to change, and accepting things and moving on. So when I read this book, like, I was so intrigued. And today I was thinking about this book. I was like, oh, someone actually moved my cheese like twice. I've been unemployed, like lost my job like twice in 3 years, let's say in 3 years. So a lot of changes have been happening in my life, and there are a lot of things that I could have done differently after losing those jobs. There are a lot of things that I could have done that could have put me in better positions for that. So after my first experience, the second experience, I should have been more prepared for the second experience, but I was so relaxed. I was just you know what, it's not going to happen sooner or whatever. So I wasn't that prepared. So that's when I remembered this book called Who Moved My Cheese. So I'll just give you a brief summary. So this book is about mice. There are two mice, they are friends. I think the other one is Scruffy, I can't remember the names. So there are two friends, right? And they find this pile of cheese, like this huge pile of cheese, and they are so happy. They're so happy. They're like, oh my word, like, we didn't expect this. So they become so complacent. They don't care about having to find more cheese. They don't care about planning about tomorrow. They're not worried about, if this cheese is finished, what are we going to do? They don't worry about that. Then there are two other friends, two other mice. So these two friends, actually, one of them actually realizes that, oh wow, like, there's something happening. This cheese supply is actually dwindling. So what do we do about this? So the other friend is just like, I need to do something about this. So he goes on a search. They're in a mess. He goes on a search. He tries to find ways, like, to support himself. So that's basically what the other friend does. So lesson number 1 from the book, it's about embracing change and being positive. So in this book, these mice, they were not adapting to change. They were not embracing the change that was happening. They were actually complacent. They were just like, who moved my cheese? That's the question. Like, they are not so concerned about what are we going to do about this. There's no more cheese here. Like, so what are we going to do about it? So it's about embracing change. So the first thing about solving anything is about accepting your reality. You accept that this is the way things are right now. So you accept that. Then after accepting that, you have to be positive about the situation. You have to be persistent, which means you have to keep on digging. You have to keep on searching. You have to keep on going through this maze called life, trying to find ways, like ways in which you can survive, ways in which you can do things, maybe something that I've been doing for a long time, and then all of a sudden things are not going the way that you are used to them being. So it's about, like, you need to be persistent, you need to stay positive, you need to adapt to change, you need to, like, look for better ways to move forward. Oh, lesson number two. Number two is about learning from others. You need to learn from other people. You have to look at other people who are in your sector or maybe in a different sector and see what you can learn from them. How are they tackling situations? How are they moving forward? How are they doing their business? You're not exactly copying what they are doing, but you're just seeing what they are doing and trying to see how you can apply that into your life, into what you want to do. So that's lesson number two. Moving on to lesson number three. So lesson number three is about taking calculated risk. And the other lesson from this book is that you have to stay vigilant, always be aware of your environment, what's happening, what's changing, what's going on, so that you make the right choices, the right moves at the right time. So yeah, you need to be vigilant, you need to check your environment, you need to check if you're checking stats of your business. If you are checking stats of your business, analytics of your social media pages, whatever you are checking your sales, checking your progress at your work, you need to check that and see where you need to make the changes. So you need to be aware of your environment every time. No matter what you're doing, you need to be aware of your environment. You need to see what's changing. You need to be aware of what's happening in the economy, what's selling now, what's not selling now, what do I need to change, which skill do I need, which new skill do I need to improve on or I need to work on, which skill needs polishing, which skill should I put on the back burner for now. So yeah, that's basically what you need to do. So yeah, go and read this book. You really need to read this book. If you don't want to read so many books about motivating yourself, inspiring yourself, you need to read this book. Just this one book. It's going to change your life forever. So lesson number four from this book is that you should be proactive and you should adapt to change, right? You are being proactive, so which means you are making a way forward. You're doing something about this. You're not just looking at the situation and just smiling at it or just frowning. You're actually doing something about this. So to sum it all up, I would say this book is 96 pages. And you can take about 1.5 to 2 hours to read this book if you read it in one go. It's a very small book. It's very easy to read, easy to understand. So you need to grab this book and read it. I don't know if you're going to get a soft copy or going to get the hardcover, the physical book, but it's a very short book. If you're someone who's trying to get back into reading, or you're someone who's trying to get into the habit of reading, because reading opens up your mind to so many things, it changes your outlook on things. So if you are trying to get into reading, this is the book that you should start with. It's called Who Moved Your Cheese by Spencer Johnson. I'll insert the picture here, so you need to check out that book. So in summary, I would say that book is about adaptation to change, embracing change and doing something about it. You're not just embracing change, but you're embracing change and you're doing something about the change and finding a way forward. So yes, bestie, thank you for listening. If you have watched up until this part, please drop some pink hearts in the comment section to let me know that you have watched this video up until the end. So to the next segment of the Claim Your Place Nuggets, it's goodbye from me.